works. Oh boy. Alright. Hello everyone. By God. It has been a journey. It's been a journey to get here. Oh, Lord. Apologies if I'm a little bit slow and scattered around. I have a little bit more things open this time than usual, i.e. Task Manager and HW Monitor, so I can check shit. Make sure nothing's fucked up. Yeah, the CPU usage absolutely went up. 100%. Something about streaming utilizes more of the CPU, so I guess makes sense. The process is being done through there. More than anything, the thing I'm really checking is the temperature, because my concern up until this point has been that the CPU temp was getting too hot. And I did not want that to happen. I'm looking at it. It's jumping around a bit. It's within range. GPU is fine. GPU is actually a whole degree, Celsius less than it usually is. Because we clean out all the dust. Memory is where it's always been. CPU is the only one I'm like, about. In connection with that, right now, the CPU just hit 80 degrees. Already. And the thing is, I put my hand over it to see, like, how hot it is, because the corner that it is in is the hottest corner of my computer. Bonking my microphone with my headphones while I bend down to reach it. It's warm, but I've felt it get warmer. So if it's already hit 80 and that's what it feels like when it hits 80, oh boy, I can only imagine how bad it used to be before I did everything. Because the whole side used to get so hot. If I go down to where the GPU is, it's cool as hell. That thing is a solid 65 degrees C, and it ain't going beyond it. But this is currently 80. I'm concerned. Now, I have done some stress testing. Like on off stream. Problem being that stress testing can only take you so far. The stress testing when you're not streaming, when you don't have that extra strain of having that streaming connection, just doesn't take you as far. It's hit 80 before. Offline. But I know it gets hotter when I am streaming, especially since all of my stress tests have only lasted like 2.5 hours at most. Because that was all I had time for. So I'm like, fun. But, good news. Good news. I'm just gonna put this down here. Do I need all of that? I don't. I'm looking at the percentage that the CPU has been used. Oh boy. Oh boy. He's okay now, but he does tend to jump around. I'm just gonna shrink think that a little bit. The main thing that I want to be able to see is the temperatures. So I'll just have that in the back. Alright. There we go. But yeah. So we've done a lot of work on the computer over the past couple days. I did a lot of checks on a lot of different things. Nothing is wrong. Literally, nothing is wrong. Did a RAM check, built-in memory diagnostic. Your RAM's fine. Okay, what about the malicious software removal tool? You ain't got none. There's no malicious software, you're all good. Alright, well, just for safety, let me run my antivirus as well. No viruses. Okay. Is my Windows up to date? Yep, it's up to date. We checked earlier today. Okay. Is my GPU up to date? Yep. It's fine. Okay. What about, I don't know, fucking my hard drive, my SSD. I went into the fucking command prompt. And I ran the system file check, and they were like, no, you're good. And I was like, okay, well, restore it anyway. And they were like, okay. And then I scanned it twice after that just to make sure, and they were like, yeah, no, you're good. And I was like, okay. So the hard drives are fine, the memory's fine, GPU's up to date, and most certainly cool. We're still sitting at a solid 80 degrees on the CPU. I'm scared. We literally took apart like half the computer. We had to take out the GPU so that we could access the CPU. Took the entire cooling system off the top of it. Wiped off all the old 4-year-old thermal paste. Gave it some nice brand new thermal paste. Delicious free goop. Delicious, nice, super coolant $7 goop. And we also went across all of the fans with a shit ton of cotton swabs and isopropyl alcohol, wiped all the dust off. And, bonus, my desk, where this computer is sat, had this little fucking piece of wood on the side that was blocking the glass-like hinged door that opens and closes the side panel. That's gone now. So I can, if things get too hot in the middle of stream, actually open the side panel and like prop that. Granted, it only opens so much because then there's a thing in my way, but I can open it enough and then like put the big ass fan that's behind me and running all the time, point it there, and just let some nice cool air go in. I don't want to do it like that yet. It's at 81 degrees. We haven't even started playing the game. If I'm keeping this up, okay? I'm keeping a HW monitor up for me. If I see the CPU temp reach 85 degrees, I am propping open that door and I am moving the fan. It is hot. I'm putting my hand on it and it is hot. But it's less hot than it used to be, which says a lot. I did not start monitoring the CPU temp until like 2, maybe 3 days ago, because it's not built into Task Manager, and that upsets me. But I'm looking at it. Anywho, aside from my computer bullshit, hi, welcome. We're gonna continue Act 2. Let me move. There we go. Yay! Now we're gonna be in the game. Which is gonna, obviously use more processing power. Which is the thing I am most concerned about. Also, I'm messing with my mic right now because I realized how loud I really do talk when I don't have to. Ivy pointed that out yesterday of like how she can hear shit across the room, and I was like, damn. Damn. I don't need to be that loud. It's because my headphones are fucking massive. I can't hear anything. Also, in fun news, because we will go to the moon, but while I was stress testing, I decided to clear out a couple of the side quests that I had sitting around. Obviously, I avoided anything in Nod-Krai, because we're in Nod-Krai. And I don't wanna mess with that right now. This one I just didn't feel like doing because I was like, it's work. Liyue, I am also avoiding right now because the lantern rite has just begun. I am gonna deal with that. And then this one is in Mondstadt, but it mentions Liyue, so I'm gonna avoid that for now. I'm gonna turn up my mic a little bit as well. I'm trying to talk quieter. I don't want to, like... I usually peak the mic. I am fully aware of this. But I'm trying to be a little bit quieter. It's also better on my throat overall to not fucking scream all the time. Very beneficial. It's back down to 78. Okay. You're gonna hear me just saying numbers throughout the stream. And that's okay. But yeah, and then I have all of these where it's like, some things you're gonna... These two are in Nod-Krai for different things. I'm not gonna do those. The World Ascension Crest, I'm already at the highest thing. This is just like if you want extra tough, and I really don't care. I have a lot of other things in Fontaine. We're not here for that. We're here for this. But there's the Lantern Rite. I'll get there eventually. Within a timely manner. Also, for funsies, while I was stress testing, I did it. So, I did it for Durin, Albedo, Venti, and Fischl. Because those are the guys I actually use. And honestly, it was not... I don't know, it wasn't as involved as I thought it was gonna be. It was like, let's go see our friend. We go see our friend. We have a conversation with them for like 10 minutes. And it's like, congratulations. They're like 3 times as powerful now. And I was like, okay. I'll take it. Oh, look. Other people we can run into. Isn't that neat? Anyway. Oh yeah, let me not forget to record either. That's gonna affect things too. And by the way, when I was stress testing, I had everything open. In fact, I had certain programs open that I don't even use when I stream. Just as also open for fun, extra bonus to try and put more strain, because it's a stress test. Do as much as you can, right? And, so I had all that going. And then, I was also recording the stream, like I am right now, and I was also recording footage in-game, like I am now. So I tried to do it as accurately as I could, but again, I only did that test for about half as long as I usually stream, and it didn't have the added stress of actually streaming. But right now we're sitting at a solid 73 degrees on the CPU. God, it's so cool compared to what it used to be. Oh my god. I'm fucking gobsmacked. I hope it stays this way. But I know that time is also a factor. And I apologize for all the, like, technical talk that I'm having throughout all of this, but it's like, that's been my life for the past 2 weeks. And it is a very important thing to know when you're streaming. Make sure you know how your computer works. Let's go! Oh yeah, we gotta give Lauma her meds!
Huh. Let's see now. What's changed since we were gone?
Lauma, your medication!
Yeah. If anything, looks like things are settling down. That's Llama for you. Hey there, Llama. We're back.
The cleanup work has been much more complicated than I expected. Solving problems that have built up over time is a tall order, to say the least.
Yeah, I'd imagine so.
I believe it will take a few weeks more. Fortunately, those who remained appear to have shaken off the initial confusion and are becoming more proactive by the day. It's as if they've finally been forced to come face to face with what their faith actually is.
Their whole worldview has been absolutely shaketh. It's been shooketh to the ground.
And it's all thanks to you.
What do you mean I don't have that teleporter? Let's go get that teleporter.
No, I should have done this a lot sooner. I've been focused on taking care of myself these past few days, so I'm in a good place. And since you're looking after the moon marrow for us, I should be able to help you investigate the truth of the past.
Hooray!
Speaking of which, have you heard anything new about that phantom?
Although it is kind of weird, we have the moon marrow that can show you, like, the truth of the past. Absorbed into myself right now? Why don't I just automatically know the truth? Does it not just mend with me? I don't... Notifications, go away, I'm busy! Ah! God, there's so many things, and there's stuff overlapping other stuff. Oh, monitoring things when you're streaming is so much harder. It was actually pretty easy when I was monitoring on the stress test, by the way, because I would just get a display. I would have Streamlabs open, obviously, because I was testing it, right? So what I would do is have Task Manager open with HW Monitor over top of it, and then I got a display source on Streamlabs, and just put that up so that I could see it off to the side and in my recordings, so I could look it back for reference. The glory and the tragedy of technology.
I've tried asking around, but to no avail. What about you?
Oh, we haven't made much progress either. But here's what we've got.
I think I've got the gist of it. Sounds like you've got your work cut out for you too. Don't forget to take good care of yourselves.
Yeah, so... what we learned was that no one else is seeing the phantom in the Wild Hunt, and more so than that, that the Light Keepers or the Ratniks are specifically not like reporting back certain things, so they're omitting certain stuff from their reports, is I believe the case. How are we looking? Yep. Yeah, that looks normal. GPU's fine, memory's fine, internet, whatever. Discs are chilling, because I'm not really using them right now. And even so, I just fixed it. CPU's the only one, because it has the majority of the stuff. Yeah? Okay. Oh! I can get it to just fit. Like, all of that info. Good. Alright, I can monitor everything I need right there. It's a small amount of space. I'm just gonna casually interact with my computer every once in a while, make sure nothing's getting too hot. Oh, it went to a high of 83. It's at 80 now, but it went to a high. Ooh. Spooked.
In any case, please, come this way.
Oh,
do
there
you
she goes. Whee! Is this Nod-Krai? This all looks familiar. Is that our ship? Is that a shooting star? Is that your ship? Yeah!
Is it over already?
That was it. The truth was just, you landed your spaceship. It's like, bitch, no shit.
This appears to have occurred a long, long time ago. The memories I sensed are highly turbulent and disordered. So that is all my power allows me to discern.
At least we know where our spaceship landed in Nod-Krai, near Star Sand Shoal, or so it seems. Oh, we were there before. That's where they fucked us up. That matches with what Aether told me, but I want to know more. The Preach! The little guy!
Huh? What's the matter?
The flowers changed color.
These flowers are a reflection of the damselet's power. Does that mean she's... I remember her mentioning that she wanted to use the moon arrow to restore some of her power.
Yeah, we should go see her. And see if we can help her in some way.
I got the moon! I got the mini moon!
I'll leave that in your hands then.
I have the miniature moon.
Oh wait, here you go. This is the medicine you asked the Curatorium of Secrets to help prepare earlier.
Ah, thanks for coming all this way with it. You've been a huge help.
Hooray! Llama got her meds! I'll have mine in like 2.5 hours.
Also, if I may, I have a feeling that Kuthar might be able to help you get a more detailed glimpse at the memories about your spaceship.
Oh, that's true. She's the Kutara after all. But we best check if she's doing okay first.
We can bring her another cake. Oh, that reminds me, I was gonna make some fucking emotes, and I couldn't because I was so busy trying to fix the computer. God damn it. Oh, it sucks. I'm not able to do anything. They don't let me do stuff. Gosh, diggity darn computer bullshit.
See you later then.
I wanted to make some funky emotes. they stayed that color. That's nice.
Too slow.
The first time I've actually had to go here on my own. They always teleport me in the middle of a cutscene. You better go back down, temperature. Thank you.
Oh, she doesn't look so good. Sorry for disturbing you, but are you okay?
Columbina, you cool?
Dizzy.
Should I get you a banana and some orange juice? That usually helps.
It's like I'm returning to the moon. Wait, it's not that bad, is it? I sense the moon's power within you.
Yeah, I got that moon in me. It's in my chest somewhere. It kind of sank like an anchor into the ocean of my being. Don't worry about it. I can pull it out for you.
We got the moon marrow back from the Fatui. Can it help you in any way?
And what do you require this time?
I mean, information would be great, but...
Come on, don't even think about that. Right now, you gotta focus on getting better.
Has this just become habitual for her after living in relationships of mutual benefit for so long? Quite possibly.
I might need your assistance in the future.
Give and take. Fucking... equivalent exchange.
Oh. Very well. Give me your hand. Back to Earth. My thanks.
Okay, I'm gonna save that recording. Then we're gonna start another one. There we go. That way I have it. So in case something bad does happen, I at least have that. I need to start getting into the habit of, like, stopping the recording after the cool cutscene happens. But the problem is sometimes the cool cutscene happens, like, really late, and I'm worried about stopping the recording in the middle of stream for the sake of crashing.
Your feet never left the ground. But anyway, feeling any better? Significantly, the moon within your body, it is as silent as a reflection in the water. Fascinating. I merely drew forth a ray of its light from the water. Enough to keep me tethered to the ground for now.
So what you're saying is you stole a bit of my moon. Stole a bit of my ocean moon. My inner, absorbed ocean moon.
I think I sensed some other changes as well.
That is the moon goddess's favor. All things I come into contact with will bear this mark. It is harmless and will fade over time. Speaking of which, do you want to be the Moon Marrow's custodian now that you've got your power back? It's supposed to be something that belongs to a god in any case, right? It is the remains of Arya, goddess of the eternal moon. So it does have to do with... Wait, what?
Are you telling me I got the remains of a god in my chest? Alright.
Did you not know this already?
You see, Columbina, people have a tendency to avoid giving me something, that is referred to as crucial information.
Llama just said it was different from the other fragments, and that she could sense divine power within it. And she is correct. When I drew that ray of moonlight from the marrow, I also drew some memories from within. That is how I know that it belongs to the goddess of the eternal moon. But Llama also saw the past by using the moon marrow. Why didn't she see that?
Probably because she's not the Moon Maiden. And also, she didn't take her meds yet. Llama mentioned that she could only catch brief, blurry snippets. Perhaps this is something that only a moon goddess could sense. Exactly.
There were once 3 moons in the sky, each belonging to a goddess who ruled over it. But after the War of Funerary Flame, all 3 lay slain, and 2 of the 3 moons were shattered during the conflict. After Arya's death, her power coalesced into this moon marrow. The iridescent moon's remains have never been found. And while the Frost Moon's goddess died herself, her moon was never broken. As the prophecy stated, this moon would birth a new deity sooner or later. The entity the Frost Moon Scions call the Kuchar.
And we've come full circle, just like the moon.
I can sense that my power belongs to the Frost Moon, but it lies beyond the false sky, too distant from me. Forget controlling it. Sensing it alone requires immense effort. Oh wait, let Paimon count this up. We have the Eternal Moon's marrow with us. No one can find the iridescent moons. Does that mean you have the Frost Moon's marrow inside you then?
Oh, you got a funky moon in your chest too?
No. It can only form after the moon goddess is dead. Consider it a form of energy core.
Are you saying I got the core of a moon? The core of a moon inhabiting my being. The core, more specifically, the core of the goddess of a moon be inhabiting my being. Yeah, okay.
You may as well ask if there are rocks on the moon. Oh, so you're saying that you represent the Frost Moon's power, right? Yes. Now, a god with a gnosis is named an Archon. Since you bear the moon marrow, does that make you a moon goddess?
No. I wouldn't think so.
You do not wish to become one?
You know, I have another nation I need to go to after this. I don't know how well they'd, Look, I know a lot of the other gods, alright? I think they'd be chill with it, like, ah, shit, you ascended to godhood? Ah, cool for you. I don't know how well that's gonna go in the next place.
that's not really the problem here. Also, why are you so eager to pass that title on to someone else?
She never asked for it.
Anyway, never mind this becoming a moon goddess stuff for now. We're asking if we should return this moon marrow to you.
Not her moon.
I do not desire it.
Huh?
Nor does it desire to come to me.
And what does that mean?
Not her moon.
When I came into contact with its power, I sensed a kind of rejection. I can only guess that this is because I, too, am a moon goddess. 2 moons will not rise at the same time, let alone consume one another.
Makes sense.
Guess it's stuck with me for now then.
My moon. My moon now. Fuck you, it's my moon.
You sure that's gonna be okay? Glauma did say that you've hidden its power well, but the damselette sensed it just fine.
Yes, but she is also a moon.
And it's the wild hunt we're dealing with here, not some run-of-the-mill enemy. If it detects the marrow...
The wild hunt? You speak of that phenomenon as if you were describing a person.
Well, it sure looks like there's a person behind it all. Someone with a super clear goal, too. They've been after the moon marrow non-stop.
That seems to ring a bell.
Huh? Is it really?
My colleagues used to mention someone, back when I was still with the Fatui. He hailed from Conria, gaining abyssal power during the cataclysm, and he had a consuming fixation on the moons.
Yeah, it was him. He did it. And of course he's from Conria, because every important character is from Conria.
Conria? Well, we don't know if the phantom we saw has anything to do with that, but the details kind of match. What was his name?
I only know what others called him. The Reikir of Solnari.
Oh! He's one of the 5 sinners. Okay. That would explain some things.
Huh. There was that title too. Yes.
Wait a second. Dane mentioned him, didn't he? Does that mean that our enemy is Rarier, one of the 5?
Yes.
Huh? If that was the case, surely he'd be stronger than this, though.
Hey, shit happens. It's been 500 years, man. Time comes for us all.
I have heard that he disappeared not long after the cataclysm. But when I asked my colleagues where he went, they replied, "Do you really not know?"
Why would they say that?
Because they're assholes.
The tale of his final fate has it that he fell into the moon's reflection, from which there can be no return.
Wait, hold up, pause. There's just too much information.
Paimon, it's not that hard. It's like we have the guy from Conria, one of the 5 sinners. He disappeared after the cataclysm. What happened? Well, he ran into the moon's reflection. Whatever the fuck that means. It's not that hard. Bullet point this shit.
I felt the same. They seemed to think that I should be the one who would know everything about the moons. But as I said, my prologue lies beyond the false skies. I do not even remember my name.
That sucks.
Oh.
Either way, following his departure, the wild hunt situation worsened drastically, and it has since become a byword for abyssal disaster. The present phenomenon may have inherited the same title, but it far surpasses its past incarnation in both scale and lethality.
So the nation's fucked.
Oh, to think that we're up against one of the infamous 5 sinners.
Okay. Step 1. Call Dane. Call Dane.
That's way too much for us to handle. That incident on Star Sand Shoal must have been luck then. Or maybe he wasn't giving it his all. And even then, he still defeated Marionette.
Who gives a shit? We can beat her ass.
Oh? What did you just say? Would you mind repeating that?
That's your ex-colleague? So, we were on Star Sand Shoal together, and she was beaten by the Wild Hunt, too.
Yeah, her funky robot guy was kind of collapsed on the ground, and then she was like, God damn it, I'm upset. Here, have your fucking moon. Take it. Take it and leave.
Did you just laugh?
I can't blame her. That lady's kind of mean.
No.
She totally did.
Look, I can't blame her. I don't like the Marionette either. she's been a bitch.
Are you two on bad terms or something?
No. I simply imagined the put-out expression she must have worn in that moment, and found it interesting.
She seemed quite shaken.
Oh, she'll adjust soon enough. She's very good at that.
Okay, anyway, we've gotten off topic. Now that we know how dangerous the guy targeting the moon marrow is, you sure you want to carry it around with you, Traveler?
Paimon, literally no one else can. Our options are limited.
If Fatui intelligence is to be believed, Rerir would prevail even if all of Nod-Krai were to stand against him.
Who's gonna win, chat? One guy, or the nation with a big cannon? One guy, big cannon.
Perhaps something restricts him, if only for the moment.
Before I decide, there's a favor I'd like to ask you, Columbina.
What do you need?
Do you think you'd be able to show me what happened when my brother and I arrived in Nod-Krai? I mean, when our spaceship first landed?
Sure.
Oh, okay, thank you.
That was quick.
As I said, this to me is but a single ray of moonlight. Nothing to it. Give me your hand, and ready yourself.
Just go for it. Yep. There he goes again. Whee! Is that what you would call landing safely? Cause I don't know, man. Seems a little fucked up to me. That's cool, though. Look at that. I mean, you survive. I guess you're right. Still. A lot of time appears to have passed. Oh, it's just getting... It's becoming one with nature. Nature is healing! Yay! Nature is healing. We're still inside the spaceship to think we were in there for so long. When did Aether get out, I wonder? Wait, oh, there he is! No, this is him coming back to the ship to come get us. Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all can't see him. There he is. Look at him go. Woo! But how can that be? No one left the ship from the moment we landed. The door hasn't even been opened yet.
Where is this?
Lumine, come on, we have to leave this place.
Oh shit!
What?
Hey, are you okay?
Because here's the thing. We know that he got out first, right? We know he woke up first. And we know he ended up in Conria. And eventually, due to the time loop thingy, the key ended up back with him. And then he abandoned Conria to come go get us. And then that's when the cataclysm happened. We know that. Now a whole new question has popped up.
Our spaceship. A long, long time passed after we landed. No one left the ship during that time, but Ether found me from outside of it somehow.
Huh? How would that even be possible?
I don't know, y'all got a teleporter?
I don't know.
The secrets within memories are like cookie crumbs. Take a bite, and they go everywhere.
Columbina, you can't say that. Now I want a cookie. Something seriously strange going on here. I have to get to the bottom of this. But as Nefer said, there'll be nothing to investigate if Nod-Krai is destroyed first. I mean, fair. Yeah, that's it. So much knowledge. And by proxy, so much confusion. Or an alternate universe, Aether. The one from this world, perhaps? Do doppelgangers exist? Not that I'm aware of. I think it's interesting because, so you have the Descenders, right? The Descenders are anyone who has come to Teyvat who is not originally from this world, right? So, Lumine is one of them, and she's the 4th Descender, okay? I don't know who the 1st and the 2nd Descender are, and we know that the 3rd Descender, whoever it is, their body is essentially broken up and is like all of the Gnosis. All of the Gnosises. Gnosis, Gnosi, whatever the fuck, right? But the thing is, I believe Nahida is the one who brought up Descender to us. And if I recall, because again, this was like 2, maybe 3 years ago at this point. Probably like 2 years ago. Lumine, or whichever twin you play as, is a Descender, but the other twin isn't. And I don't know how that works, but that is the case. I've got no idea. Although, to be fair, I was about to say, no, do doppelgangers exist? No. And then I remembered, there's doppelganger in the fucking Wild Hunt. It was a phantom. It was literally a phantom of Aether. Fuck me, I guess.
Alright. I'll keep the moon marrow with me.
Well, if you say so. Paimon can't stop you, but still. Ooh.
Will you need my help?
Probably at some point, yes.
I could help you conceal the marrow.
Oh, even better.
You could? Oh, that'd be great.
Detecting it within you is already no easy task, but I can teach you to further conceal its presence using Kuvaki.
Ah, use the power of the moon to conceal the moon. They'll never see it coming.
Like this.
Got a moon shield.
Ooh, looks like a shield.
Stop saying what I say. It's the moonlight, but a shield. Hello, hello, welcome in.
Can you sense it? Now, try to maintain it.
Maintain your moon shield.
You learn quickly.
Looks pretty sturdy. Could probably be used in self-defense in a pinch, huh?
I guess. See, my whole thought is, like, we see the little moon shield right now, but I'm like, I would imagine that's usually invisible?
Are you always here,
There you
Caffeina?
go.
It's kind of dangerous out there, sure, but have you, like, taken a walk outside or something?
Why does she need to take a walk outside? There's plenty of room to walk around in here. We got pretty flowers, you got this funky moon statue crystal thing. And there's no one to bother you except us. What the fuck do you need to go out for?
I dislike strangers.
Bitch, same.
Slightly better.
Yay, we're slightly better than strangers. That's all I could have asked for.
Yeah, the Frost Moon Scions have changed since you last saw them. Who knows? You might actually like them.
Yeah, they believe in the real moon now. The real moon.
I will consider it.
Good enough. God bless her, she's trying.
She seems kind of tired.
Probably hasn't spoken this much in a while. That wouldn't stop me.
Either way, thanks for agreeing to help us.
Yeah, because that's the thing. She'll occasionally sing in the cave, but I imagine she's not a I'm gonna talk to myself kind of person. No. Blab to yourself. All the time. Oh,
It
she's gonna take a nap.
wasn't much. The flowers here. They like guests like you.
Silver Moon Hall, Selenic Crown. What? Huh? For a certain time after completing the quest, your party will gain the New Moon's Embrace effect. When in Nod-Krai, your party's moon sign level will always be Ascendant Gleam. Additionally, after completing a certain number of quests, you can claim a variety of other rewards. Huh? To the moon?
Best let her rest.
She's just gonna take a nap. Hello, friend. What does this mean? Oh. Pretty artwork. She took a beam of moonlight and in return bestowed you with the moon goddess's favor. Okay. I'll figure out what all that means. Funky moon shit. Alright, we gotta go see Lauma. And the CPU was at a solid 80. Okay. Alright. As long as it doesn't get hotter than that. Do I have anything to drop off here?
Slow.
One. God damn it.
Behold. Quit following me.
Lauma, did you take your meds?
The Raker of Solnari. I've never heard that name before. Let's keep this news confidential for the time being. It would only cause even more panic amongst the people of Nod-Krai.
Yeah, I would imagine if you told them, like, hey, one of the original 5 sinners of Conria is in charge of the Wild Hunt. And that if his power was completely unrestrained, he would murder everyone in the whole goddamn nation. Yeah, maybe let's avoid that.
But if this Rarier is as you describe, he will be a truly formidable opponent if we try to take him on by our strength alone.
Lauma, I want to listen, but God, the music is... it's just so ethereal.
Yeah. Things might be okay if everyone was willing to work together, but right now... Exactly. Whatever the case, let's start by telling those we can get to join up about the crisis. As it happens, we have our own reasons to protect Nod-Krai, but even if we didn't, we'd never leave people in the lurch. That ain't our style.
God forbid a lurch. What madness.
Thank you. The Frost Moon Scions will stand with you to prevent this crisis as best we can. In addition, I believe that the relationships between the various factions in this land are not cast in stone. The winds of change are blowing, and we Scions have nowhere to run. Our faith, our sect, all of it is here. Whether our foe is the Fatui or this Raker, we must stand our ground and remain true to ourselves, even to the last.
Fuck yeah.
Let's see. Speaking of allies, the Krumkake craft shop is the closest by, right? Enough is sure to help us.
Cannon! Remember, one guy versus an entire nation with a big cannon.
The wind blows stronger. May your path ahead be smooth.
Thank you. Yeah, we have to go over here. We might run into an Effa and trigger thing, but, very quickly, I need to take a break and get more water, but before I do that, I want to open the door, because I can crack it open now, and I want to see what that does to the temperature. Oh no, my USBs. Ah! My mic did the thing again. But I was like, I'm gonna crack open the door before I go on break. See what that does to the temp. And my entire USB stand thingy just collapsed. Oh, but that does drop the temp. That dropped it by like fucking 3 to 4 degrees C. Oh, that's beautiful. Get back up here, buddy. Huzzah! Hooray! Anarchy, but but just like not on fire. So we want to avoid that. Anyway, quick water break. It was funny. I went by the living room, and I was like, hey, alright, let me update my dad while I'm at it. And I told him about the temperature. And then, he was like, hey, what are these dogs? He's having a dream. And apparently, she was doing, like, tiny little mini boofs and growling while she was asleep. Oh, it's so funny. Alright. I'm gonna pull up the task manager real quick. Just to check. Is the... Oh, the GPU is actually sitting at 50 right now. What the hell? Relax, buddy. I mean, you can't relax more than that. You're at 46 degrees C, but like, why are you so cool? Oh my god. I'm gonna open the door again and see what happens. And try not to, knock over all of my USBs. Oh no, my control-y. He'll be fine. Oh my god, it's so much cooler! I wonder... for this next bit. I'm just gonna prop the door open. I'm just... I've taken the glass door and I've been propping it open on a thing, and I want to see what that does with the temperature in comparison. Because now the temp on the CPU has gone down to 70. 69. Nice. Okay. I'll keep an eye on it. And we're just gonna keep going. But I went for an hour with the door closed, pretty much. So now I want to see what happens if I go with the door open. Because if that keeps the temps nice and low, then that would be an easy solution. Just keep the door open, like cracked open, with this tiny little, like, container of slime my sister bought me, like, months ago. And just see how that does. So right now it's... we'll see. Am I recording? Yes. Okay. Apologies for me talking, temps and numbers and shit. It is a necessity.
Friendly approach detected. We meet again.
She's got a friend detection system.
Listen, listen! We've got updates on the wild hunt situation.
Yeah, shit's fucked.
Threat level exceeds expectations.
We're all doomed.
Phew, doesn't matter if he's the Rahira Solnari or Solari or whatever. One volley from my cannon, and he'll be blown to smithereens! You were there when we fired it, right? If that isn't the kind of firepower that helps you sleep at night, I don't know what is!
She understands. She understands the power of the cannon. She knows what's good. Also, for some reason, my mic has been doing the, like, shutting off thing that it hasn't done for a while. I think it's still in, like, an area that's a little too warm. That. Finangle. This is the finangling stream.
True, but the cannon only works against shambling monsters, right? What if Rurir's super fast? Well, we'll just get an effort to go grab him and tie him down. You're not taking this seriously at all, are you?
Even enough was like, you want me to do what?
Anyways, firepower is not a concern. See those canisters over there? That's all concentrated Kuvaki, which we'll be shipping to Nasha Town. More than enough ammo in there to blast that Fatui research facility to bits in a single shot.
Ma'am, how large are those containers? They're fucking massive. How are you gonna ship those?
You sure have been looking forward to this battle, huh? Of course! This is gonna be the shot that shocks the world! All of Nod-Krai, heck, all of Snezhnaya will know my name once we're through.
Alright, go off, small child.
Sure. Travel safe.
I know. There remains intel left unshared.
Oh, right. Yeah. Since you're investigating the Wild Hunt, something pretty weird's happened in Nasha Town. Should probably watch out for that once you're back. Remember that Sosi guy? The Ratnik in charge of firing the cannon? He's been found dead in their organization's offices.
Chat, they killed Cool Arm Guy. I knew his arm was too well modeled. It was too good to be an NPC. They were like, no, no, no. We can't have that rendering. We can't have that. It's too strong. We have to take him out. We gave him too cool of a design. Off he goes. Tragedy. If you hear me go quiet for a while, it's because I'm just checking temperatures.
Wait, what? Didn't we just see him, like, half a day ago?
Oh, that's enough time to murder a guy.
Yeah, it's still new news. So, not many people are in the know. We were only informed because we'd worked together closely. And even then, only just now. I'll send Anafa over to Nasha Town with some flowers later. Oh, he seemed like a good guy. Didn't put on any airs despite being a superior officer either.
The data concurs. This gentleman appears to have been one of the most accomplished amongst the Lightkeeper's Sergeant Majors. His character has also received commendation. Most would have lacked the motivation to fatally attack him.
Oh, that makes it even worse.
I mean... you gotta consider. There's a big cannon in play. You got a big cannon. Yeah, he's scared of the big cannon.
Hey, what do you mean, actually? Either way, I'm not clued in on the details. Only Ratniki have been allowed on site to investigate the scene. You'll have to find some way in if you want to check it out for yourselves.
Do I have to lawyer again? Do I have to use my fucking Ace Attorney skills once more?
Got it. Let's go then. You coming along, Anafa?
My tasks are incomplete. The last few batches of ammunition must be randomly inspected. You go ahead.
All right. We'll see you later.
Why are these so big? How are you going to transport this? This one. This one's the fucking... this one's still bigger than Riku. What? Why?
Hang on. Weren't you supposed to bring me some candy? You said you would.
I got rotisserie chickens.
Sorry, but things happened kind of suddenly, so...
Batch inspection complete. Approved. Next up.
Off she goes. Oh, hey, Mika's here. Anyway. He's somewhere in the vicinity. He's right there. He's oh, he's right underneath me. Hi, Mika. Goodbye. Anyway. I heard a chest spawn, but I don't know where, and also I'm busy.
This must be it. Oh, doesn't look like there's any chance of us getting in with that ratnik guarding the door, though. Should we go speak to the guard first?
Might as well try squeezing blood from a stone.
Well, how do you do, ma'am?
Never! When did you...
I came over to take a look as soon as I received the news just now. Aino told you about this then? Before we start, shall we see if we've made the same guess?
The Wild Hunt is fucking shit up.
Indeed. Quicker than we thought as well. Keep your eyes peeled for any clues once we get in. No need to jump to conclusions.
But how are we supposed to get in at all?
Distraction. Distraction. Non-specific excuse. Works every time. Also, it's only been a couple minutes, but the GPU has now gone down from 65 degrees to 60, and the CPU, which is the one I'm more concerned about, is now sitting at 73. Which is still fucking hot. It's still very hot. When you consider, like, how hot... Oh, 72! When you consider, you know, how hot 72 degrees actually is. But it's lower than 80. So maybe maybe it is just keep the door propped open. It's more up to code. But it's still... Still hot. But you know what? Just having the ability to open that door now, because we removed that fucking piece of wood. Maybe that's the thing that will save the stream. Just keeping the door propped open. Because I'm putting my hand over the spot, and it's so much cooler. I don't even have the fan pointed at it, because I was like, oh no, if it gets really, really hot, then I'll have to point the big fan at it. Big fan ain't pointed at it. Ah. Beautiful. I mean, now we hope nothing dies, but... I don't know. I'm also gonna record all of this in spurts. I'm changing a couple of things as I go. So, for one thing, particularly for this stream, I want to monitor things a lot, so there is going to be a lot of pausing, and I apologize for that, but I need to keep track of stuff. But another thing is I've gotten very tired of losing my footage whenever I crash. So, the VOD, I don't really care, because I can just download that again off of Twitch. But it's the actual, like, in-game footage that I'm really pissed off when I lose. Because I like to save all the cool cutscenes and, like, screenshots and stuff. So now I'm, like, recording in spurts. So whenever a cool thing happens, stop the recording. Save it. Because God forbid something happens. At least I have it, right? Or it's like, I've been going for half an hour, nothing important really happened. Let me just stop it so that the next recording isn't as long or whatever. So, doing a couple of things differently. I also bumped up the volume on the mic because I realized I personally am talking really, really loud. So I like to keep my mic sort of in the yellow range, like just before I peak it. Because the game, when characters are talking, are a little bit lower than that. So I can talk over them. And I will peak the mic. Y'all know I peak the mic. All the time. But I wanted to put the input higher because that forces me to talk lower. Because I was speaking too loud. So we're doing a lot of finagling.
Just follow me.
I'm sorry, but we're not open to guests right now.
Sorry about that. They're here to investigate.
Ha ha ha!
All of them?
The paperwork checks out.
All right then. Enter.
We got a guy on the inside. Good day to you, ma'am. Oh,
Paimon might have said this before, Nefer, but you sure do come prepared.
and they just... I get it. They're in the middle of an investigation. But it is always funny. You just walk in, and he's just dead on the ground. It's like, we can't move him. There's an investigation. We need to ensure, you know, he is where he died, so we know what happened and we can investigate properly. But it's just like, poor bastard.
Shishich, my old friend. Fill us in, if you would.
Greetings. If you would allow me. The murder happened not long ago. The Sergeant Major was killed by a single piercing strike from a polearm. We have performed a preliminary sweep of the crime scene to facilitate investigation.
A polearm. I do not play Flynn's. I do not have him, so I don't know. But if I recall, I did his trial. Is he a polearm? Because if so... Suspicious.
No obvious signs of a violent struggle. No damaged doors or windows. The culprit must have used some other means to enter the room unopposed before performing the deed.
Entering unopposed. So, do you think there's a chance that the culprit would usually have right of entry?
Could have been Rerir in disguise, like how he turned into Aether. That is true.
At the moment, the most valuable lead we have is based on an eyewitness report from a nearby resident. Specifically, that Flint's was seen entering and leaving this place in the time period when the crime most likely occurred.
Aren't I a genius? By God.
Flint's?
We have tried to contact him, but he has not replied.
I can't blame him.
Very odd indeed.
I hate replying to messages as well.
So, he's the prime suspect right now, right?
To be honest, I'm not particularly inclined to believe that this was an inside job. Flint's can come across a bit eccentric, but he does well in missions on the whole. He also had no disagreements with the Sergeant Major that we know of. So he lacks the motive to commit such a terrible crime. But neither the eyewitness report nor the nature of the fatal wound itself are in his favor. So we are looking for him at present.
I'll find him. I'll find him in 5 seconds.
Looks like there's not much else to dig up here. Let's go outside and discuss what we've seen.
Because there's nothing else to dig. We didn't even look around we didn't even look behind the desk. We walked in, saw the guy down on the ground, and went, okay, what happened? And he went, oh, he got stabbed in the chest with a polearm. And there's no signs of breaking. And the guy saw Flint. And we're like, okay, well, that sums it up. Let's get out of here. What's the point of coming in the building? You could have told us that outside.
So, the evidence points to Flint's, and he just so happens to have disappeared without a trace. A sticky situation indeed.
Why did we even go into the office? We didn't even do any investigating. We walked in, saw the body of the dead guy, and went, okay, so how did he die? And it was like, here's how he died. And this is who we suspect it is. Okay. Well, I've seen enough. Let's get out of here. You're not going to inspect the body yourself? You're not going to check the doors and windows yourself? You're not going to look at the floor? You're not going to look behind his desk? You're not going to look in the desk? You're not going to see if there's any files? Relevancy? No? You people would make an awful coroner. Just awful.
We know that this Flint's could have been Rerir in disguise, but we lack the evidence to prove this to anyone else. Furthermore, Flint's has left us with many questions, all of which will require a reasonable explanation.
Yeah! He said he would report back to headquarters, but it seems he hasn't gone at all. What could he be doing?
The first time I met Flynn's, I did notice that there was something odd about his lantern, some power concealed within it. I think it's just, I thought it was just a soul. Now that I think about it, that power was somewhat similar to abyssal energies I've encountered before. And the worst case scenario, Flynn's might be an entirely fabricated entity.
Let's approach the issue this way. First, we must determine our culprit. Was it Flint's or Rerir in disguise?
We'll assume it's the latter.
Yeah. What reason would Flint's have to murder Sosie anyway?
What reason my ring light randomly have to flicker like that? Come on, buddy. We've got enough issues going on here. Don't need you added to the mix.
None, as far as I know. And even if he had a motive, it would have been easier to do so out in the wild, rather than in Nasha Town.
Yeah, they would have often gone out on missions together. Plenty of chances there.
Yes, but there's one thing worth noting here. Remember the intel we got back at the tavern? No one has ever seen a phantom that can take the form of other humans within the Wild Hunt. This means that he has been hesitant to abuse this ability, or allow it to become common knowledge, likely so that he could act in secret under other guises.
Huh.
But no matter what, borrowing identities comes with risks, right? What if you bump into the person you're imitating along the way?
Exactly. That's why you killed him. That's it. You kinda... And I understand. Especially if you're trying to pin a murder on somebody. Maybe don't murder the guy that you're trying to pin it on. But in general senses, you could theoretically, if you were a shapeshifter, right? Murder somebody. And just completely replace them. Just saying.
Precisely. In other words, his goal must have been worth the risk, similar to how he came in disguise to obtain the moon marrow. He likely knew then that the real Flint's would not appear and get in his way during this time.
Why was he able to determine that? Because Flint's hasn't been reporting to shit.
We'd have to ask Flint's ourselves, I'm afraid. But we shouldn't jump to any conclusions here. We can't discount the possibility that he might actually be the murderer himself. Not yet, at least.
Look, I know this guy is real chill with death. But maybe not that chill.
And there are other, less likely scenarios. For instance, Rarier may have already killed Flint's long ago, and been living as him for some time now.
See? That's what I said. Kill the guy that you're trying to replace. Hey!
Yes, that is our ticket to a breakthrough.
Then we've got to find him before the Lightkeepers do, or we might never see him again.
And I gotta get this gunk out of my eyes, or I'm never gonna see again.
Steady now. Our friend should be back soon.
We've tracked him down to a beach north of Nasha Town. The Wild Hunt is present too, so we're putting a force together.
What is it with people in this game and having like this odd sixth sense of knowing when someone's about to walk into frame?
I'll have you know that this is top secret information I'm leaking here.
Don't worry, you'll receive a top-class reward in return. The beach is all yours. I'll stay and slow the Lightkeepers down. Things might go south if you bump into one another.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Before we go, should we reveal Rarier's secret?
Well, maybe don't say that out loud. Also, the baby is barking. Why is the baby bark? They were eepy. Now they're borky.
Since he's trying to keep it all hush-hush, why don't we just pull the curtains on his little trick? That'll teach him to sneak around pretending to be other people. Hey! Why are you laughing?
Oh, I was just imagining how satisfying that would feel. But I'm afraid this revelation would only stir up more chaos.
Yeah, if you've ever seen a plot where there is any sort of doppelganger, the second everyone is aware that there is a doppelganger, all hell breaks loose. Because now everyone is wondering whether the person next to them is actually the person that they know, or the doppelganger. And then everything just starts falling apart.
Setting aside the matter of evidence, some may trust Flint's on our account, whereas others would suspect him on account of his behavior. Tossing him into a swirling tumult of public opinion like that might just give Rarier more opportunities to capitalize on. And think about it. Once people learn that he can masquerade as those they trust, would they continue to welcome friends into their homes with such open hearts? Unease grips the hearts of those in Nasha Town already. We should avoid throwing more fuel onto the fire.
In short, what I said.
Yeah, you're right. You've really thought of everything, huh? Nothing for it, then. We've just gotta find Flint's.
Indeed. But just in case, let me stress once more. We should neither be excessively afraid of Rarier, nor trust in Flint's too lightly. This light source is of special Lightkeeper design. It provides illumination within Wild Hunt anomalies, and can briefly dispel the abyssal fog within.
Ma'am, where was this when I needed it when I was trapped on that beach? Ma'am?
All right. We'll have to deal with that mess, too. Yeah, this'll be important. Thanks a bunch, Nefer.
You're welcome. I've charged it to your account, by the way.
God damn it, you're lucky I'm rich.
Hey, you!
Oh, she's lucky I'm rich. Where am I going? Well, the CPU temp is sitting at a solid 72 degrees and is not going higher than that. So I think having the door propped open is definitely the way to go. What's concerning me now is the percentage that my CPU is being used, which is Oh boy.
Whoa! Is that a Lightkeeper's lantern? Is there someone up ahead? Come on, let's go see!
The fog rolled in real quick, goddamn.
Monsters!
It's fine. It's okay. We have upgraded Mondstack characters.
Leave it to me! Behold!
This monster was lurking near the lamp. That must have been a planned ambush. We're not falling for that again.
And I get a secondary funky free lantern.
There's something inside it. Some small device. Huh? Why isn't it giving off light anymore? Is it broken? Oh, we better take it with us.
Is it broken, or did it suddenly stop making light when you pointed out the fact that there was some other device inside of it? Which makes me think it has a connection to somebody who just severed said connection because we pointed something out, and that taking it with us may actually be a bad idea. But at the same time, free secondary lantern.
The fight took place here. Did Flint leave these marks?
Is someone there? Please, help me!
Isn't that Flint's voice? Did you hear that? But is that really him?
I'm gonna go this way.
We'll be in trouble if these spooky shadows touch us. Quick, you...
Oh. Ghostly shadows haunt this area of the Wild Hunt. If you come into contact with too many of them, you will be lost in the black mist forever. Continuously shine the light. Okay.
It's a lantern!
Get out of my way, bitch. I have a path to go down. Get the fuck out of here. Oh boy, I wish I could walk faster. I don't trust mysterious voices. I followed trail evidence. The trail of evidence says go over here. I'm just gonna keep it going. Nah, bitch. Nope. Fuck you. Nope. Nope. God damn it. There's a timer on this. Okay? They're beginning to get mean. Get out of here.
Hand it over. That was mine from the first. You're a fool. You again.
What the? It's stronger. him before.
Yeah, he ain't doing too good.
Lantern now!
It escaped again. This situation speaks for itself, I presume.
Yeah.
So, you were tangling with Rarer out here all by yourself.
Anyway, hi Savage King Wolf, welcome! Thank you for the Dragon Slayer check-in. I appreciate it. Thank you for the follow as well. Damn. Sorry, you came in during a during a sick-ass cutscene. Damn. Alright. Got tabbed playing Fort. Understandable. Best of luck to you. But okay, that explains some things. So he said, give that back, that was mine from the first? From the first what? Unexplained. But the lantern was his originally, I guess. Makes sense. It's also fun how in the middle of the cutscene, Lumine, when she grabbed it, because she can purify abyssal energy, just sucked it out. It's just like a purified thing and then threw it right back to him. Oh, that was sick. Hold on. Gotta do our good old... Let's check things. How's everything looking? Memory's sitting, GPU's sitting, CPU's doing its usual jump around in percentages. But, temperature-wise, everything looks fucking chef's kiss beautiful. So I'm like, yay! The answer was just open the door. I couldn't open the door before. That explains a lot.
So, that vile phantom hiding inside the Wild Hunt has a name of his own.
Yeah, maybe find a place for him to sit down first.
Yeah, you don't look so good.
Sorry you had to see me like this. All the same, you have my sincere thanks for your aid.
We saved the boy!
To think you had the power to so easily cleanse the filth staining the lantern, which tormented me so.
Don't even worry about it, bud. All in a day's work.
Might I ask what magic that was? Or whose pupil you are? I believe I might have saved some face had I mastered just a fraction of such abilities.
Buddy, I don't know anything either.
And an enviable constitution it is. A pity that such abilities cannot be acquired.
Why did abyssal power just burst out of your lantern anyway?
Probably because the other guy corrupted it. Because he said it was his.
That is a long story. Many moons ago, when on Wild Hunt clearance duty, I shattered one of its cores only for a special crystalline object to fall out. I sensed a power surging within it that was at once familiar yet strangely illusory. I freely confess to being an avid collector of ancient gems, coins, and other curios. And curiosity it was that had me store this crystal inside my lantern.
You couldn't have just put in your pocket?
Afterwards, I wound up collecting a few more such crystals quite by accident, and discovered that they could merge into a single piece without my prompting. Though my understanding ends there.
You shoved in your lantern? Your very, very important lantern that you need to do your job? You're just putting rocks in there?
It was only recently that they began slowly emitting abyssal energy, which could neither be dispelled nor weakened.
Is that what Rarer claimed belonged to him? That must be what he's after then!
Okay, he wasn't referring to the lantern, he was referring to the thingies in the rocks. The crystals, the funky doodads. Now I understand. I was very confused before. 70 degrees Celsius! Sanity!
I concur. And here's the kicker. Before he was exceedingly weak. In fact, I've already beaten him several times, though I could not destroy him completely. But I noticed while engaging him that the crystal fragment would restrict my powers. As such, it occurred to me that I should hide it rather than tangle with him any longer. Alas, he has proved most fixated upon this fragment. And for some reason, his strength has grown by leaps and bounds since I last encountered him.
Okay, honey, you had a gem just completely corrupted with abyss energy, and you shoved it in your lantern. Why?
And where, might I ask, would it be safe? Or do you think it wiser I threw it away?
I think you could have just put it in your pocket. Put it up on a shelf.
Were our places switched, would you discard it, knowing that its perilous might was beyond your ability to counteract, yet capable of causing greater harm should it lie beyond your grasp?
Yeah, throwing it away would mean giving the bad guy what he wants. But exposing yourself to its corrosion and growing weaker by the day, that sounds super dangerous too.
Only those who shoulder risks are qualified to welcome in the turning of the tide. Those who flee when troubles come are nothing more than deserters.
Sure, whatever you say, buddy. Hey, hi Cloud, welcome for the check-in. Thank you for dropping by. Come on in.
Though I shan't deny that I have your fortuitous arrival and most outstanding assistance to thank for my continued ability to speak such platitudes. Either way, it seems this fragment is now utterly still. That must have made it useless to Rarir. I doubt he would have retreated so readily otherwise.
Yeah, go ahead and see it too. $71 degrees. It went down to 70 and now it's at 71. That's the trick. Open the side glass panel door that you couldn't open because of that damn piece of wood. And surprise, surprise, your computer goes down by a whole goddamn 10 degrees Celsius. Paradox ret. What is happening? People are showing up. There's a raid. What's going on? Thank you, Paradox. Hi, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. Hope your stream went well. Goddamn. What is happening? Everybody's showing up. Goddamn. Spooked in repo, but stream was overall good. I'm glad. It works so much cleaner when you're not the one hosting the stream. Yeah. Speaking of hosting the stream, here's me trying to make sure it doesn't break. Love that for me. While I'm at it, let me open the task manager while I'm talking about it before I get back into it. How we looking? Oh, 58 degrees C GPU temp, my beloved. And 72 degrees C CPU temp, my beloved. God damn. It's actually cool now. I can touch the computer and it doesn't burn. Oh god, it's glorious. Holy shit. That was it. That was all I had to do. Among a whole bunch of other stuff, but that was all I had to do. Are you kidding me? Get rid of that stupid fucking piece of wood. Oh, I'm so upset.
I imagine this wasn't the only reason you came looking for me, though?
Well, no, but...
Oh yeah, you were suspected of murder. Forgot about that for a second.
Ah. I see.
So anyway, why did you try to frame you for murder?
To use the Lightkeepers to find me, I suspect. I did not inform anyone of my true whereabouts, so he should have had more difficulty tracking me down.
Alas, you had the funky crystal on you, so I think he tracked that. Oh, Flynn, sweetie. They got you fucked up.
They alone have the ability to quickly pinpoint my position. Our Sergeant Major has a Kuvaki-powered device that can be used to detect others who bear a lantern. They usually don't pay my whereabouts much mind unless they absolutely must find me.
Which they would need to do if you're suspected for murder of your superior. Damn. He knows what's good.
You mean this thing?
Yes. Where did you pick this up?
Was that the one Nefer gave us, or the one I picked up off the side of the road?
We found it inside a lantern when we first charged into the Wild Hunt anomaly.
It's the one I picked up off the side of the road.
It must belong to a Ratnik dispatched to investigate the area, who, it seems, dropped everything and fled the moment they saw the Wild Hunt massing to strike. Well, at least they're not dead.
Guess it's not surprising how they found you so fast, then. But if Rurir could have shapeshifted into Sosi, why didn't he just use that Kavaki device to find you himself?
I mean, good point. Remember what I said earlier, if you're gonna shapeshift into somebody, make sure that guy is dead. You don't want to risk it. You don't want to chance it. Alright? You kill the fucker.
Were he to use it, that device would likely fail to act as it should, owing to abyssal interference.
Ah, guess that explains it.
So not only is this Rurir ruthless, but a purveyor of dirty tricks, too. You might not be familiar with Sergeant Major Sosi, but he put his heart and soul into every mission. Our deployments are subject to orders from headquarters, and his orders were to be stationed long-term in Nasha Town. As such, he was very seldom able to go back and visit his family.
And now he never will.
He worked so hard, seeking to produce excellent results that might convince them to transfer him out.
Oh.
See, the problem is, if you get excellent results, then they're like, oh, you're really, really good at this job, so we don't want to let you go. And then they're gonna keep you there longer. And that's where you fucked up.
But every year they would say, wait a little longer. Wait a little longer. He often wondered if it was because he was lacking somehow. In truth, everyone had nothing but the highest praise for him. But good work does not always lead to good outcomes.
Again, they don't want to let you go.
The higher-ups would think, he's doing great where he is. Let him stay there forever. A most convenient choice for them, at least.
You should have just gotten worse. You should have just said, you know what, fuck it, get bad results. Then they'll go, oh, this guy's awful. He shouldn't even be in this position. Get him out of there. Bring in the next guy.
Whereas his subordinates would think, wouldn't it be a shame if we were to lose such a talented, easygoing boss? So he waited. And he waited. Until the world closed its eyes in the depths of the night, and a lantern was slowly lit for him alone, that no one could see.
And there he goes. We lost him.
One that has played out many times throughout history.
And then he got... the guy got stabbed in the chest with a polearm. God damn. God damn.
Another reason to take this Rerear's head.
Yeah, get him, Flins. Get his ass. Or, more accurately, get his head, but... lop it off.
Oh. At least we now know that he's looking for these fragments inside Wild Hunt anomalies.
And yet, what did the Sergeant Major have to do with any of this? Why did he have to die?
Buddy, I spent like 5 minutes with him. I don't know.
Could Rarer be angry that the cannon Sosi set up to fire destroyed the fragments he wanted to collect?
Yeah, that's a good guess, actually.
Could you take me to the scene of the crime?
You see, about that, you're the prime suspect? I don't know how well that's gonna go. Like, knock knock, I'm here to investigate again. Also, I brought this guy.
We shall just have to exercise some discretion then. Come on. Let us be on our way.
Alright, let's just bring the prime suspect straight to the scene of a murder. He'll be fine, yeah. He'll be fine. Don't even worry about it. We'll figure it out. Oh, that's right. We get to fly over Mika again. Hi, Mika. Bye, Mika. We're just gonna use the back door. And then Riku dies!
I understand the situation more or less. Much has happened, I see.
Riku died. I hate it when they do that. Like, you drop down to try and get, and you, like, hit the very top of the box that, like, triggers the cutscene or the event. And so they take control away from you, but you're still technically up in the air, so then your character just plummets and dies. Even he's probably fine. We have a C6 Barbara. He just gets revived immediately, but like, goddamn.
Either way, I suppose we were lucky not to receive a warm welcome on the way over here. It seems my fellow Lightkeepers do not wish to make this case public just yet.
Yeah. Guess Nasha Town's already been enough of a mess lately.
Let's stop here. Any further and the Ratniki might detect us.
Yes. Pill in an hour. 1 hour I take pill. Must remember.
Since you two can enter, I'll have to request that you kindly pick me up once you're inside.
Oh? And how are we supposed to do that?
Figure it out.
You'll know when the time comes. See you later.
Just figure it out.
Still acting all mysterious. But he seemed pretty confident, so guess we've got to trust him.
It did? Your pill reminder had part of the message blocked out as NSFW and the part it blocked out was you fool. What would it prefer I say, you dingus? You buffoon? You hooligan? What would it prefer? On the Twitch app, of course. Those bastards.
Hello?
Greetings, ma'am. I'm here to investigate once more.
Ah, you're the special assistants for this investigation, right?
Yes.
Yep, that's us.
I would like to take a look at the room again, because we didn't do that the first time.
Well, you're just in time. We're basically done investigating the crime scene. All that's left is to finish writing up some records. Then properly dispose of Sergeant Major Sosie's remains.
Now we get to call the mortician. Yay!
If there's anything else you'd like to look into, this is your last chance to do so. Sadly, no. The motive behind the killing remains a mystery. And while we somehow managed to get news of Flint's, an unexpected accident caused us to miss him.
Gee, by golly, I wonder what that could have possibly been.
But considering that Nefer from the Curatorium of Secrets came forward to help investigate, I have no doubt that a breakthrough's not far off.
Expert use of delaying tactics on her part. Goddamn, Nefer.
We'll do our part too. Alright, we're going in. See you later.
God, I swear I know that shanty somewhere. Similar to another one.
Phew, we're in. Thanks to Nefer's reputation, once again.
It's... what? I don't know what it is about this place. It's so shanty-esque, and I adore it. Love me a good fucking sea shanty.
But we still know nothing about how Flint's is gonna enter, or how we'll pick him up. Never mind how we'll leave later on.
There's a window.
Something the matter?
There's a window. There was a window, I remember.
Huh. That looks like Flint's lantern. But where is he exactly?
At the window. Just animo it upwards. Just going... Just turn into a vacuum.
Well, we've got the lantern. What now?
Let me just fucking vacuum the lantern into the room. Oh my god.
Oh, Paimon almost screamed out loud. You never said you could do magic like that.
This man is the lantern. Look at him go.
This lantern may have a rather peculiar shape, but so long as it doesn't glow, it won't stand out in the dark.
he says as it was glowing.
I calculated that you would have already entered, so I chose a spot visible from the window before using light to send you a signal. As I thought, you're both sharp-eyed and on the ball.
The perks of being veteran adventurers, huh?
I mean, buddy, you could have just scaled the wall and crawled in through the window, but go off. He wanted to show off, and I can't blame him.
Your composure is more impressive still. You're right. That required a little trick of my own. But let us leave such trivial topics for a more relaxed moment. Our time is limited after all. Just as I thought. Come, try sensing it yourself.
It's very faint, but there is some residual energy. There is some residual power near the wound that feels identical to the abyssal energy that surged from Flynn's lantern.
Identical powers must flow from the same source. It was the wild hunt, then, that took my form and killed the Sergeant Major. But why do this?
Buddy, I already knew the first part. We've been asking the second part the entire time.
To sow chaos by depriving the Lightkeepers of one of their commanders?
Maybe. That or they were just pissed off that he stole the funky crystals. They were like, that's my crystal, how dare you take that from me? And he's like, dude, I just found some funky shit and put it in my lantern. I don't know what you want from me, but I don't think other people should randomly be coming across this, and it's like, mine!
If the Wild Hunt's true form is powerful enough to stand against the world as you claim, I fear not even the full force of Lightkeepers could stand against him, let alone the handful of us stationed in Nasha Town.
Alright, 99 Paradox, thank you so much for dropping by. I very much so appreciate it, and thank you immensely for the raid. You are insane. Hope you have a nice night and some sweet dreams. Okay. Oh, I'm so happy about the bloody CPU temp. I cannot. I cannot. Who would have guessed? Cleaning out some fans, changing out the thermal paste, and more importantly, being able to prop open the fucking door. Literally, the temp has gone down by 9 degrees Celsius. Just by having the fucking door open. I'm so upset. God damn it.
He would have no reason whatsoever to pick quarrels with individual ants. Let's look again more closely. We must leave no stone unturned.
Oh, I'm trying to remember whose line that is. Anyway, stop stealing other people's lines. Well, to be fair, they did. That is true. They did already finish their investigation. Time to ransack.
Well, that makes things simpler. In that case, allow me to disturb the fallen. May the ghost flame guide your spirit. May you rest in peace. When we fought, he seemed like quite a reckless foe. Certainly not the meticulous mastermind type. Yet here we are, grappling with this enigma he has left us.
Are we not going to check anywhere else in the room?
Oh, if we can't get any leads, we might have to go back and find Nefer.
There's a couch, there's a table, there's probably a desk. There's the window. There's the door. There was the body. There's so many other things in this room. Investigate them.
Oh, the longer we're stuck here, the likelier he is to achieve his goal. Ugh, this is so frustrating.
Is that all? Have we really tried every single angle, found every clue? No, because you haven't looked around the room at all. The first time we came in here, you walked in the room, looked over at him and went, yep, that's a dead body. Turned to another guy and went, so tell me what happened. And then we went, okay, alright, sure. Well, I've heard enough, let's leave. Why do we even go in there? And then now we come in, we've investigated the body. That's good. That's an upgrade. Yes, do that. What about the rest of the room? So upset with you all. Also, there's a blinky light on his arm. Now that I'm looking at it, as I rant, there's a little blinky light. Oh my god, it was... It's actually the blinky light. I was just pointing it out. I was like, it's blinking.
You mean this?
Is it giving out fucking Morse code? Singular blink. 2 blinks. Singular blink. Isn't that SOS?
I'm not well versed in machinery, but that means his mechanical arm is malfunctioning, right? It might have been broken in combat.
No, that's not right. Paimon remembers this signal. We saw it before while repairing the cannon. It doesn't mean that the components are damaged. It just means that they're due for regular maintenance, so the device has stopped operating.
Oh my god, the thing with the book and the giant manual.
But the real problem is that...
When we were fixing the cannon, his arm was fine. So now it's no longer fine. It may now be broken, due to the fact that he is dead on the floor. Which can happen if you are a person with a mechanical arm who was suddenly thrust to the floor because you've been stabbed with a big pointy stick, and then you fell, and then you may have landed and hit the arm on the ground, and now suddenly it's not working right.
Yeah, he even helped us find the maintenance port. It could still be a coincidence, but considering it hasn't been long at all since we were repairing that cannon...
Paimon, me looking over at my monitor here so that I can keep track of the stream and stuff and all of my equipment. I can assure you, it takes no time at all for equipment to suddenly stop working, even if it was in full working order prior to that moment.
The Sosi you met could have been Rerir in disguise. In other words, he played the Sergeant Major before disguising himself as me.
Okay, that opens up a whole other can of worms, because one, why would he help us repair the cannon that is specifically used to fight off the wild hunt that he's in charge of? And two, if... Very important. Sosi, you know, Sergeant Major, right, who was there, went off to go get a replacement part, and we did not go to get that replacement part with him. So if that was Rerir, then theoretically, he could have sabotaged the cannon by tampering with the part.
That's right! If only there was some way to prove it.
You mean Hintsa?
We had a short chat with him once at the tavern, but It's so late. Guess it'll have to wait till tomorrow.
I know where he lives. The situation is critical, so let us now take up the role of uninvited guests ourselves.
It was so concerning when Flynn says, I know where he lives. The way he said it. It's like, buddy. Don't make that sound like a threat. We're gonna go have a nice, pleasant conversation with the guy. We've already got a dead guy in front of us. We don't need another.
Ah, yes. And one more thing. Remember to pick me up by the window.
There he goes. Just grab him by the fucking window. Oh, my gleam. Huzzah. Alright, we're on top of him. I need to go get more water again. Water break time, everybody. Grab an achievement first and then water break. Get your drinks, get your snacks. Go to the bathroom. Do a stretch. Whatever the case may be. We shall return. Soon. we've returned. And I have to remember to take my pill in half an hour. Roughly.
You think I've got a sharp tongue? I just tell it like it is. If someone can't handle it, maybe that's their problem.
Oh yeah, also remember guys, well, like I said, Riku's fine. I didn't have to revive him or anything. Power of a C6 Barbara. We're just that good.
Oh, it's you two. And Flint's. Given the hour, I guess it must be an emergency.
Oh yeah, I forgot we were keeping the murder and everything of him being a suspect and all that stuff on the down low, so most people don't know. So he's like, oh, it's Flynn's. Okay, whatever.
It is indeed. Our sincerest apologies for interrupting your rest. We are investigating a certain matter in connection with Sergeant Major Sosi. We'd like to know if he has sent you a request for maintenance to be performed on his mechanical arm.
Sosi. Oh, so the rumors I heard, are they true?
Never mind. They're awful at concealing this sort of stuff.
You know what? Forget it. I'm sure it's complicated. No further questions from me. Just a moment. I need to check my records.
Thank you for your understanding.
Hot dog.
Got it. 8 days ago, he came to request a round of regular maintenance. But as it happened, I had run out of the required components. His mechanical arm is especially sophisticated, having been designed by Aino personally. The parts, too, could only be made by her. As such, they usually take several days to arrive. In fact, this time, he even asked me if we could push his request forward.
I mean, that makes sense. The man does need his arm.
And I understood. Completely. Not being able to use your hand, that's rough for anyone. But even more so if your job involves fighting out in the wild. So I did my best to convince Aino to rush the job. And eventually, the parts arrived. 3 days ago, if I remember correctly. I sent word to the Lightkeepers immediately, but he never showed up. I assumed he was just out on some mission or other.
Yeah, because if we recall, the fixing of the cannon was canonically 1.5 days ago. Compared to where we are right now in time.
What's with those faces? Everything all right?
You've provided us with some very crucial information, Hinza. You have our thanks.
Yeah, so if the parts came in 3 days ago and he never came to get them, the repairing of the cannon was 1.5 days ago and his arm was fine.
We can't make everything public yet, but once our investigation is complete, I will return to thank you and provide an explanation on behalf of all the Lightkeepers.
No worries. Just glad I could help.
Thanks. Good night.
Good night. Hope the investigation goes well.
So everything's fucked.
It seems that it is as we guessed. The Sergeant Major Sosi you encountered while repairing the cannon was actually Rerir in disguise.
So now my concern would be going over to Aino and saying like, hey, that one component that he went and changed, should we check on that and make sure it's not tampered with?
8 days ago, he had yet to act. But at some point after that, he attacked and imprisoned the Sergeant Major. With the immense gap in strength between them, the job was finished in a single blow. And thus Rerir had no opportunity to discover the malfunctioning mechanical arm. Perhaps his mastery of shapeshifting extends only to outward form, and not therefore to complex internal mechanisms. Hence his oversight of the uniquely mechanical traits of the Sergeant Major's arm, and in turn, this flaw in his disguise.
A similar thing happened, in paralogism with Subject 2. where, what's her name, Herta, who they were taking the place of, had that scar on her arm, and it was like, okay, if you have that scar, fucking show us, because it was under the armor and you wouldn't be able to see it, right? So, makes sense. It'd be really... It's one of those things where it's like, you have the shape-shifting, but the shape-shifting only extends to, like, external stuff. Honey, if that person's, like, missing an organ or something... oh boy. It's gonna be... It'd be like the people around them going, hey, don't you need to take whatever for your, for this condition? And they'd be like, what?
You're saying he thought no one would realize his mechanical arm is actually made of some kind of black muck on the inside, so long as it worked, right? Still seems like there's a lot of guesswork involved here, but it mostly makes sense.
So the only thing he did was fire the cannon, which is, again, my concern.
This also has me stumped for the moment. The cannon has always been used to destroy the wild hunt, and it works as intended. Again,
unless he tampered with that one part that he went to go get, because he was the only one who went to get that part.
But how would that help Rerir exactly? Assuming he plans to collect the fragments within Wild Hunt anomalies, firing the cannon works against him, since it would blast those fragments to smithereens.
So we solved one mystery, only to dig up another. Whew. This is getting Paimon kind of down. And sleepy, too.
Yes, I'd say it is high time we took a break. Seems like there's a lot left to investigate. We'll have to fight Rerir eventually. And we'll do a poor job if we're not well rested.
Wait, are you telling me Lumine has to go to sleep? Lumine's gonna go to bed? Oh no, things never go well when Lumine has to go to bed.
Yeah, we should totally get some sleep first.
A reasonable suggestion. I have no doubt that my quarters have been turned inside out by now, at any rate. My colleagues have never failed to live up to my expectations of their discourtesy.
He's saying they're ruffians.
Well, guess we'll just have to pick you up as usual.
That would be good, yes. Feel free to put the room costs on my tab.
Let me just get my lantern real quick.
Phew, back inside. We can finally take a breather. Okay, Paimon. In and out.
I suppose we could all take a moment to unwind. As I recall, our first meeting took place not far from here. Ah, the nostalgia.
Yes. That time we talked about graves and shit.
Had you already sensed the unique power within my lantern at that time? I see. Words truly do fail to capture your superlative insight. Fortunate then that abyssal energy was only leaking from the fragment in minuscule amounts when we first met. Or I might have been in for a real interrogation.
And that would have been a very interesting interrogation, given the fact that, again, we were talking about graves and shit.
Yeah, hard to say how that would have played out. We've had a whole bunch of unpleasant run-ins with the Abyss.
You mean to ask why I'm going this far to oppose him? Well, as a Lightkeeper, I'd say I'm simply doing my job.
And not as a Lightkeeper?
Yeah! You're covered in more mysteries than Paimon could shake a skewer at. You can't just get out of explaining yourself by making lame excuses.
I always find the statement of, like, something more than you could shake a stick at, because every time I hear that, I imagine the person who says it actually standing there with like a stick in their hand, just shaking it around violently. And I'm just like, what is the point of this? What are we trying to accomplish? It's like a random branch in their hand, just like,
All right. I suppose I do owe you some honesty, whether out of gratitude or the need to build trust. Your deductions have been quite correct. Should one wish to conceal oneself within a lantern, elemental power alone is not enough. You know humans well, and naturally you understand their limits. But some things that humans would consider difficult are quite normal in the eyes of non-humans.
So, you mean you're one of the latter?
it would make sense.
Have you heard of how Snezhnaya was once the realm of the Fae? This race is no longer of any importance, but they still exist, as evidenced by the fact that I am standing before you.
Hooray! Welcome to the Fae!
We've heard some scattered legends, but that's all Paimon thought there was to it.
I once turned my heart toward humanity, and thus did I experience loss. I once labored and did much, and put an end to my tale with my own hands. When you realize you are floating in the middle of a vast ocean, you cannot help but feel that swimming in any direction would be equally meaningless. Would it not be better, then, to simply sink? But before I could sink to truly lightless depths, chance had it that I should be awakened by a band of Ratniki. They were facing a horde of abyssal monsters, and could not last against such a disparity in strength. Yet none fled. Those who dwell in darkness for long enough become exceedingly sensitive to all light. And the first light I saw upon awakening was that which shone from their eyes.
That's such an inspirational way to look at it. But I'm also seeing the line, those who dwell in darkness for long enough become exceedingly sensitive to all light. And I'm just thinking about how fucking light sensitive my eyes are. We were actually having a discussion about this on the merch server the other day. And because someone put up a screenshot of something else in Discord. And the background was light, so someone was like, oh my god, light mode. And they were like, yeah, I prefer light mode. And someone else was like, I use light mode and high contrast because my eyes are fucked up. And then a lot of us were coming in here and going, hey, we got astigmatism, and we hate light. Yeah! I know, that shit was funny as fuck.
Is that why you chose to help them?
Perhaps I was moved by their valor. Perhaps I simply saw my past self in them, and was moved to action for the first time in a long, long while. But I was freshly awoken, and my powers were limited. I could not prevent casualties altogether. The survivors and I buried the fallen heroes. That was the origin of the Final Night Cemetery.
Fair enough, sir. Noble indeed.
Well, not exactly. I was just more familiar with them. So joining up seemed the most convenient way to experience human life.
Still noble.
Doesn't sound too believable.
Well, I believe it. Besides, I'm well past the age when one might believe in things that must be done. Nonetheless, there are still some things I will not allow to happen. The chaos that Rerir has been stirring up is one of them. Tomorrow I shall go and check our records to see if I can find any connection between the Wild Hunt, Rerir, and the Cannon.
Will you need us to get you where you need to be?
Oh, I'll be fine. I keep a backup copy at my residence in case of emergencies.
You know, your residence. That's likely been ransacked. And may also possibly be under guard. Given that you're a suspect in murder.
Can you even go back there right now? Won't there be Ratniki watching it?
Thanks for the reminder. I believe they'll have checked my place, but they won't have stayed. All things are ranked according to their priority, and we lack the manpower for such an open-ended stakeout. And even if someone is waiting, I have ways around that. I am the master of my own house, after all.
He is a funky lantern man, after all.
Alright then, we'll trust you. We sure ended up chatting for a while, huh? I'm super tired now. But, you know, feels like we can breathe easier, now that we know you better.
I didn't take you for the cautious sort.
It's so funny that, like, Lumion and this happens a lot where they just react to things differently than I do. Because they're like, oh, thank God, finally, we're in a position where we can, like, actually relax and trust him. And I was like, buddy, I trusted this guy the second we had our first conversation. He's chill with death. He likes spending times in a fucking cemetery. He's vague as hell. He's got a cool lantern and shit. He's fine.
Anyway, I hope you'll help me keep this a secret. I'd prefer others not to know about my past unless strictly necessary. Nor do I want to attract more trouble on account of being a fae.
Paimon's lips are sealed too.
All right. Thanks again for your help. Good night, you two.
Finally, we can rest. Let's go get some sleep. There's tons to do tomorrow.
It's getting late. The situation is urgent, but rest is vital. Good night, both of you.
You see nothing.
Too slow.
Oh my God, they restocked my bread and sausages! Yay! Oh, they're back on my 4 fucking plates of bread and sausages. Oh, we're gonna eat good tonight, chat. God damn.
So much noise. What's going on this time?
It sounded like a, I was gonna say like a half-assed alarm clock. It sounded like a Tamagotchi. Hello?
Hey! Where's Flint's? Is he here, or isn't he?
We would be most obliged if you would pipe down a little, dear guest. Our other guests are resting.
Resting? We're all about to be done for, and you're talking about rest?
Sir, I believe you're causing a public disruption.
Flint's is a wild hunt shapeshifter, here to deceive us all! If we don't get rid of him now, there'll be no end to this!
You'd better give him up. If anything happens, your business here is done for. You want that, huh?
Okay, Lumine, Paimon, turn back around, go back into the rooms, check the rooms, see if he's there. If he is, put him back in lantern form, grab it, and dip. If he's not, also dip.
Or are you in cahoots with him? You with the Wild Hunt too, huh?
What happened? Did something leak out? But we were so careful last night. How did anyone see us?
I don't think it's because of us.
What do you mean?
Paimon, they are specifically referring to a Wild Hunt shapeshifter, something that we concurred absolutely with Nefer. That is something we did not want to share because it would cause this exact issue. We have a Wild Hunt shapeshifter on the loose. Specifically, one who was trying to pin him for murder. Whomst do you think would have shared that information?
This is so confusing! What do? These people are no match for Flints, but they're super heated right now. It's not like all the unusual stuff about them will make it any easier to explain either.
We had a something. We had a lag. Y'all saw that, right? Y'all saw that lag, right? I don't know what it is. Granted, I think I caught it once when I was streaming, and it was a random spike in my hard drive. But I fixed that. I went into the command prompt and I fixed that. And it still did it. Oh boy. Because it wasn't the CPU. I'm looking at the CPU. Interesting. Alright, well, all we can do is keep going and hope. It's not the temp, I'll tell you that.
Okay!
Hey! Let us in now!
My apologies. My apologies.
Hold on! Calm down, everyone!
What in Tevat is the meaning of this racket? Are you intent on depriving both the Voynich Guild and the Curatorium of Secrets of even a moment's rest? Boss, do we really have to entertain people who don't respect the rules? Call a few of your boys and have them thrown out.
Queen, legend, thank you.
And what hole did you crawl out of?
And why do you have to be a rude bitch?
A watering hole, of course. The one you've just disturbed. A place to get a moment's respite from all the recent unhappiness, and to escape from all this talk of the Wild Hunt, or strange ghosts and phantoms. Who'd have guessed people like you would come bursting in, shrieking louder than any ghoul?
Fuck 'em up!
This is a matter of utmost importance. We've got solid evidence. All we need now is to confront Flints face to face. Exactly. And you sure don't look like an impartial party either, Nefer.
You say? To the fucking boss of the Curatorium of Secrets? Curatorium of Secrets that specifically has a neutral party rule? A neutral party rule that she follows so much so to the T that she literally fired Yehoda for a period of time when she took on a mission that was technically part of a faction?
Oh, don't I now? How about this then, boss? Let them do their search. If they find their man, they can have their little chat. But if they don't, then they owe everyone here an apology, as well as compensation for all the racket they've caused.
Ah, the hand signal. I know what this means now.
Wait, it's...
Alright, alright. I suppose that's the only way. If we don't let them in now, they'll be back sooner or later. What a mess.
Oh, alright then.
Well, I'd say that sounds like an impartial proposal. What say you? Or are you suddenly unsure of yourselves?
Come on, everyone! Move it!
Oh no, the bread and sausages!
No sign of Flint's.
But how can that be? Hasn't he always stayed here?
Done searching, are we? Guess it's time to uphold your end of the bargain, huh?
After teaching the group a harp Celeste. She just beat the shit out of him.
So, Paimon, you've been waiting to ask me something, haven't you?
Oh, never.
Yeah, how did they even find us here?
My inside man with the Lightkeepers informed me that you paid the crime scene a late-night visit. I surmise that you must have rendezvoused with Flint's and obtained some new information.
Ma'am, I really need you to stop clocking shit so goddamn quick.
Then, early this morning, a group of people gathered at the town gates, news spreading amongst them that the Wild Hunt could disguise itself by taking on familiar faces. Everyone started throwing out the names of possible suspects. No one seemingly was exempt.
And that's exactly why we didn't want to say anything.
And amidst it all, Flint's name started gaining more and more traction. I'm sure his solitary lifestyle may have played a part, but I wouldn't discount Rerir throwing fuel on the fire in secret.
So, did Flint's make his escape after hearing about this?
And that's where I, Yehoda, the quick-witted, fleet-footed backbone of the Curatorium, got my chance to shine.
How you doing, sweetie?
While everyone was super focused on the argument in the main hall, I, alone, noticed an opening.
I got her to climb up to a window to help Flint's out, only for her to return with nothing but a lantern.
Oh, don't worry, she got the boy!
Aw, come on, boss. I was just getting started.
We initially intended to bring Flint's back to the Curatorium and wait those people out, but I never expected this to be all that was left.
I'll take it off your hands. Giveth me thine lantern. Hand me the boy.
I imagine, though, that he wouldn't have left something that was so seemingly important to him behind.
Hand me the boy.
Might he intend to come back and get it later? Maybe. I'm not sure.
Well, he's out of harm's way now, so that's not super important, right?
Oh?
Paimon, you can't say shit like that with her around.
What Paimon means to say is, we got lots of new intel to share.
Alright then. Yehoda, contact the others. We're going to need all hands on deck. Let's have this discussion over at my place.
And make sure to bring the boy. You gotta make sure to bring the boy. Can I have these? I want these. You have 3 chests lined up and I want them.
Too slow.
Okay. Before we go in, I have to take a pill. Give me a minute, chat. because I also only have half a thing of water left, and I need to drink a whole thing of water with it. So I guess it's another break time. Alright. My pill is taken. We're good to go. They'll never know.
I see. So Flint's has a fragment taken from within a wild hunt anomaly.
Oh, hello!
Is he gonna be okay now that he's on his own again?
He'll be fine. You can see him ever so barely up in the corner. He's fine.
Earlier, he said that the fragment had gone still, so it's probably of no use to Rare now.
In that case, Rerir shouldn't have any reason to keep pursuing him, right? So was all that ruckus back at the flagship just an act of spite? Or what?
I mean, it very well could be. I love running on spite.
If I were him, I would have simply turned my attention to collecting other fragments.
A reasonable course of action. Remember what we heard back at the tavern? The actual number of wild hunt anomalies destroyed has been greater than Lightkeeper records would indicate. Some of these must have been Rerir's doing. He must have been seeking more fragments.
This much is pretty easy to understand, but why would he pretend to be Soci and put so much effort into getting the cannon up and running again?
Again, has anyone checked the cannon? Make sure it's not been tampered with.
Maybe 'cause that'd be more efficient than having to clear anomalies himself?
Yeah, unless it kills the fragments.
Yeah, I'm confident that the ammo we're packing has the oomph to do that. But I am a mechanic after all. For me, test data and their conclusions speak loudest. Ooh, why don't we find a few of those fragments ourselves and use Kuvaki to carry out a little experiment?
Our lab could certainly accommodate such a test.
In other words, we gotta destroy a couple of anomalies and collect fragments from them, right?
Oh my god, it's time for a fetch quest!
Lightkeeper operations have just about ceased following the Sergeant Major's passing. Meanwhile, the wild hunt continues to grow in scale by the day. I fear only we can keep the situation under control now.
His Flint's just casually floats in the back.
Then we best act fast. Paimon's got a bad feeling about this.
A feeling we all share, I'm afraid.
The fragments, the cannon, Kuvaki, Rerir, and the Abyss. There must be some thread linking all these factors together. Besides, getting revenge on Flynn's truly his goal. They said he was obsessed with the moon. So probably not. We're missing some decisive connection here, but we're running out of time.
There are 3 wild hunt sites that must be dealt with urgently. But I believe we have the capacity to handle it.
Works for me. And Nefa and I will take our workshop assistants to deal with one of the sites.
The Curatorium will handle another.
And we Frostmoon Scions shall deal with the remaining one.
And I am free to do whatever the fuck. Hey, Julian, welcome in. Keep being tagged while I stream. Keep being an amazing soul. Aw, thank you. 'Tis appreciated. Thank you for lurking. Very appreciate that. Everyone has to take a breath.
Paimon didn't think she'd ever get to see everyone here carrying out a plan together like this.
Never mind you. This is a first for me, too.
Let's head out then. We'll meet back up at my lab with the fragments.
And if you run into the boy... Oh.
Understood.
Time is of the essence now. Our foe could make his next move at any moment, so we must stay in contact with one another.
Gotcha! Stay safe, everyone.
Can I grab the lantern? Oh, no, he already left.
Anyone seen the lantern? Has Flint's dropped by already?
Don't worry about it.
Well, considering what you said earlier, you know where we're going next, right?
Don't even worry about it. Yeah, he picked it up on the way out. Don't worry about it. Oh, it is this one. Yay! They're like, there's a thingy. Meeting Point Chronicles? I don't care about that. There's no teleporter there, so I have to bust my ass. It's in this direction.
Squall and Fury.
They got bagpipes.
The wind rises.
Ah. There's the ambiance.
Quit following me.
Oh, no one's guarding this place, just like he said. But, oh, where do we find the information he mentioned?
This way. Let's move. We're running out of time.
Into the hole.
Ah, there you are. Okay, let's split up and make this happen. Or not. How are we supposed to read through this many files?
Are they alphabetized?
Difficult, yes, but it is also our most efficient option.
Are they alphabetized?
To expose the true intentions of this Rarir, we need to dive into Nod-Krai's history.
Hope we don't land on our heads then. Ah! Ghost!
Again, Paimon. We've dealt with so many. We've dealt with so many ghosts and other supernatural shit. Why does it still spook you?
That file suddenly moved by itself. This is a graveyard, right, Flint? Do these things just kind of happen?
Maybe.
Many strange things happen here, but this is not one of them.
The souls of the damned. The souls of the damned said, hey, I know this is a lot of files. It's not alphabetized. Sorry, we haven't gotten around to cleaning it or organizing it yet. We had been kind of busy, you know, being dead. Anyway, this is the file you're going to want to check. Let's just pull that out for you. All right, have a nice day.
But that file really did move by itself. Hey, come out. Don't scare Paimon like that.
Wild Hunt Phenomena Log?
Hey, another file's moving.
What kind of moon bullshit?
Are we being given hints? I feel no hostility. On the contrary, it seems we're being aided somehow.
Really? Hey, seriously, another one? Okay then. this one.
God, those stacks of paper are fucking humongous. The thickest manila folders you ever seen in your life.
Phew! Finally finished. Oh, Paimon sure could use a long break from long words now. Hope she can remember it all.
Because you see, like, they're really worn out, kind of warm tone, and they have those two circles with the strings between them. That's a manila envelope. Those bitches are not thick. Those are massive manila envelopes. God damn, those are bricks. Those are bricks.
The material I've read through has all been about past Wild Hunt incidents of enormous scale. What about you?
Paimon as well. Guess that makes 3 of us.
Whatever this is, it seems to want us to notice something. Let's bring our files together and give them another look through.
Are they dated? Are they notarized?
Alright. Paimon will go fetch hers. All these incidents look pretty different.
Wait. I've noticed something. Before the occurrence of these huge Wild Hunt events, a smaller scale one would erupt in the exact same location. And look. All these smaller scale Wild Hunt site reports share a common outcome.
They'd be detected, but would go inactive before any forces could be sent to deal with them. They could then be sealed directly using a tide seal stone. Huh? But why?
Some bullshit's going on.
Some of these records are too old. I doubt he had regained the ability to act freely yet, or we would have met long ago.
Ah! And here's another similarity. Kuvaki in nearby soil completely drained. Could this be important somehow?
It's the moon power. He's stealing the moon.
Kuvaki and the Wild Hunt are mutually opposed forces. We Lightkeepers previously believed that these small Wild Hunt sites would temporarily go inactive due to being neutralized by the Kuvaki present in the soil. But now that we've synthesized all this data, there is a key issue this hypothesis cannot explain.
If it had already been neutralized, why would another large-scale hunt occur soon after?
Indeed. Despite the name, I would not call a Tide Seal Stone's sealing powers watertight exactly. But for it to fail and the situation to deteriorate in such short order...
Alright, let me just do another quick check here. How we looking? Oh, it's so beautiful, these numbers. God, the temperature's so low. It's beautiful. Huzzah! We win. I've done it. I cooled the computer.
Paimon feels like she's almost got it.
Try your best, Paimon. Rack that tiny little brain of yours. The Wild Hunt was not suppressed by Kuvaki. Instead, it became stronger. And Rear wanted to use Aino's cannon, the ammo of which is also made using Kuvaki. And that's why he bothered to repair it, because it would add a bunch... Okay, I understand now. He can use Kuvaki! Oh my god, who would have guessed that the man who was obsessed with the moon would eventually learn how to harness the power of the moon? Oh my god!
Yes, that might be it. It could be that when Kuvaki and abyssal energies meet, the stronger side will suppress the weaker one. And while Kuvaki can indeed destroy small-scale wild hunt anomalies, should Rerir be strong enough, the Kuvaki might be his for the taking instead.
Paimon kinda gets where we're going with this.
The Abyss always seeks to corrupt. This is just like the abyssal threat the ancient dragons face. It is.
What are you referring to?
Natlim bullshit.
Oh, we had a real close encounter with the Abyss in Netland. It's a force that tries to taint everything. It's hard to explain in detail, but basically, your reasoning makes sense.
Was there a gap between him pretending to be Sergeant Major Sosi and the cannon being fired?
Yes, by a day and a half. No. Yes. Maybe? So here's the thing. The cannon went off a day and a half ago. Maybe 2 days ago by this point, because we have to consider they took a nap. His arm, actual Major Sosi's arm, was malfunctioning 8 days ago, so at this point probably 9 days ago. Then the cannon went off, and then a day and a half later they found the guy dead.
There was. Aino needed to make some adjustments after we finished those repairs. Rerir, disguised as Sosi, left at that point, leaving him more than enough time to shapeshift into you, return to the Lightkeeper's office and set up the crime scene, before heading over to the cannon's target area and absorbing the Kuvaki.
It all makes sense. And all that just for the fragment I had with me.
Ain't life a bitch?
It begs the question. What makes it so special that he needs it so badly?
How are you knocking? It's a giant hole in the floor. There's not a door.
That's odd. We shouldn't have any guests.
We don't even have a door.
I'll go take a look.
How are they? What are they knocking on?
Ah, it's an ibis.
They just like pecked the floor. I have a message for you. Well, anyway, Lauma sent that one.
It's carrying a letter! Oh, Lauma must have sent it. She can speak to little animals. Let's see here.
Situation urgent. The cannon began operating shortly after we left Nasha Town and is preparing to fire. It is locked on to Star Sand Shoal. Please return to Nasha Town and assist with all haste. Lauma.
Yeah, okay.
That's gotta be Rerir's doing. But why is he using the cannon again? Didn't he already fire it once before?
No time for speculation. He's already made his preparations. If you recall, his body was incomplete when we last met. If this bombardment continues to increase his strength, he might regain his complete form.
Ooh, complete Sinner of Conria? Oh, that's not gonna be good.
What should we do? There's no way we're getting back to Nasha Town in time.
Let's go to the cannon's target site. That's where we should find Rerir, and that's where we'll stop him.
And that's where we have to be very, very careful, because there is now a cannon aimed directly at us.
One moment. Just let me get this news to Lauma. Nasha Town is in their hands now.
Go! Fly! Not a moment to lose!
Fly, you fool! Oh, they're just taking me. I don't get a choice.
You're here. as expected.
I don't get a choice. They said you're gonna do it whether you want to or not.
Humans, you never change. Always trying to use powers you neither comprehend nor control.
Okay, but he's not a human. We're the Traveler, and that's a Paimon, so... I don't think the speech is for us.
But it is also thanks to you that I found a way to return.
He's missing an arm.
You've messed with the cannon again, huh? Sorry, but this round's not gonna go your way.
Such faith in your companions. But will the inhabitants of Nasha Town understand why they wish to stop the cannon? I think not. When all they see is the wild hunt surging up everywhere they look, the cannon must seem like their only lifeline. This is the truth I have revealed to them.
Okay, so he did all of this pre-planning and the thing and the stuff and the planet and the putting everything on Flynn so that he could put out the news that there was a shapeshifter, which is him, by the way, to rile everybody up so that they would become even more desperate to fire the cannon, which provides him with the exact thing that he needs to become more powerful. Got it.
They did this all of their own volition. The zealous worship of power leads only to annihilation of equally zealous proportions. True power does not heed the commands of the weak.
You were waiting for us to leave Nasha Town then?
Of course. I imagine the one you call Aino would have managed to stop the cannon otherwise. Shame, then, that you proved one step too slow. In their folly, the townspeople will bar the path of all who seek to stop the cannon. And your kind-hearted, weak companions have not the stomach to deal with them. The cannon will not be stopped now.
Well, sir, you look most pleased with yourself. In that case, before you put us out of our misery, I would like to ask you a question, if I may. See this fragment? It once haunted your dreams, but now it seems useless to you. What is it exactly?
That is my corpse.
Yeah, okay, free corpse.
Sorry, what?
Paimon, this shouldn't shock you so much. We already know that, like, every single Gnosis is part of, like, the third Descender's body. The fact that Flint has been carrying around, like, an Abyss Crystal that's basically this guy's corpus. Who gives a shit?
My body was once torn into countless pieces and hurled into the swirling chaos of time itself. But even so, my life and will were not extinguished. Every last fragment calls to me. Sooner or later, they shall welcome my return.
What are you even saying?
Best response to that statement you could have come up with. Goddamn.
Huh. So the terror of the wild hunt was in fact caused by scattered pieces of your corpse. I guess they don't call you one of the 5 sinners for nothing.
serendipity guided the fragments to construct an incomplete version of myself, upon which I began collecting more within Wild Hunt sites across the land. But each time, the fragments I obtained were hardly worth mentioning. While that which you hold in your hand was my heart.
And then they framed the clenched fist right above the moon. Oh, Genshin cinematography, you know what you're doing.
So that's why it responded so strongly to you.
Only by retrieving this most critical piece could I gain mastery over the turbulent Kuvaki energies and be fully reborn.
How does that work now that I've purified it?
Hence, you fired that first shot, hoping to regain enough power to seize the fragment from me.
Are you completely crazy? Weren't you afraid of dying?
Dying? Such power has no hope of killing me. It may destroy my form over and over, yet always I rebuild it. It may smash my flesh and crush my bones thousands of times and more, but that is of no consequence to me.
Buddy, I just thought you were gonna say, what, I already died once, what do you want me to do? He just went off.
What truly infuriates me, however, is how you've destroyed my heart. All that suffering, everything I endured, and all for nothing.
Oh, so I didn't even just purify it, I just fucking killed it. I'll take it.
I've adapted to the strength and flow of this Kuvaki. The next cannon shot will multiply my strength immeasurably. It will not be a full restoration, no, but it will be more than enough to destroy any in this world who stand in my way. Still, I suspect the Kuvaki will have rendered you down to nutrients for my consumption well before you have the time to kneel before me.
Oh no, he's gonna turn me into goop. I'm gonna be nutritional goop. Oh, god damn it.
Traveler! Behind you! Look at that light!
Oh no, was it the cannon? Is it the big cannon? Big cannon gonna turn me into goop? So on the other end...
Dang it! Who fired up the cannon without my say-so?
Bunch of bastards. Doing shit without the child's permission.
Its defensive barrier has also been activated, likely in anticipation of interference by malicious actors.
The air is thick with fear and anxiety. It's spooking the birds and beasts. What exactly is going on?
I think it spooked that bird so much it slammed itself into a tree off camera.
You're here. Looks like this was all part of Rarir's plan. Not only did he plant seeds of suspicion in people's hearts, seems he's now igniting them. Yehoda's gone in to scout out the situation. She'll be back any minute.
I'm back! I'm back! Oh, it's bad out there. Rumors flying everywhere you turn. Something about the Wild Hunt preparing to spawn a wave of monsters, the likes of which we've never seen before.
The town is suddenly on fire. Let anarchy reign. They're gone. We lost the town. Town's in shambles. Sucks to be them.
But that's not even the worst of it. Lots of folks don't even believe the cannon can prevent this crisis, so they're getting ready to make a run for it. Others are trying to make a quick buck out of this whole mess.
Why is this guy crouched on the floor, all hunched over, pulling the fucking Ryuji pose? Buddy?
How could they still be thinking about Mora when such a catastrophe is imminent?
Unprecedented danger brings unprecedented opportunities in its wake. A chaotic situation can bury much wrongdoing. Even those who flee without reserve put themselves at the mercy of the divine. Is it any wonder, then, that some will aim to profit? After all, a gamble that might rewrite one's entire life is hard to come by.
Even so.
Well, seeing as you disapprove of their actions so strongly, Lady Moonchanter, I suggest that you be the one to handle them. Not like that's the only major problem on our plate right now.
How about we get the child who made the cannon to tell them they're not allowed to shoot the cannon that she made?
Affirmative. We must quell the chaos in Nasha Town as soon as possible. Also, the unexpected activation of the cannon entails a high risk of incorrect operation. This must be stopped in a timely manner.
Well, about that, people have been talking about how someone might come to stop the cannon. They've decided they won't let anyone in.
It's okay, Nefer can dropkick him.
What? I made that thing! They can't just take it from me! Oh, let me over there! What are they gonna do? Stop me?
Well, that is the idea.
They might, if Rerir has already formulated some countermeasure. For example, he might have spread a rumor that the Wild Hunt would take your form.
Possibility high. If they view the cannon as Nasha Town's only hope, they are likely to conclude that anyone who tries to stop it must be with the Wild Hunt.
Absolute anarchy.
We will face strong resistance, but they're just ordinary people. Brute force must be avoided, if possible.
There's no time. Let's go into the town. I'll find some way to calm the townspeople. You find a way to stop the cannon. Oh, you're back. And you have a letter?
Oh yeah, our funky letter.
The traveler won't make it back in time. So they're heading straight over to Star Sand Shoal instead.
Wait, what? Isn't that the cannon's target? Why would she go there?
Assessing risk level. Maximum.
So if we can't prevent the cannon from being fired...
Then she's prepared for the worst.
Yeah, I could die.
And we must ensure that her trust in us is not misplaced. Let's go.
Oh, look at her go.
Someone help me!
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Oh, I can't even access a menu. See, I'm debating on if I actually want to continue or not. Because I don't want to go for too long, i.e. over 4 hours. Because again, I'm testing the computer. So I think because this is a whole thing, that I'm gonna leave. The town will just be in anarchy. Let it... Oh, there it is. Let it... Yeah, exactly. Let it rain fire. Let them steep in it a little bit, you know? Yeah, You gotta let the anarchy reign more than, like, a couple hours for it to get that back. For it to get to, like, that level. Enter Nasha Town, now in chaos. Y'all know my tagline? The thing I have on everything, here for the chaos? Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna leave them in that chaos. I'm gonna leave them there for 2 days. And they're just gonna have to live with it. I think it's funnier that way. I think it's funnier that way. But, hey! The CPU is cool as fuck. It is 72 degrees Celsius. Granted, I have the door propped open, but still. Oh, it's beautiful. It's wonderful. I love it. Delicious. But I am going to call that for the night, because we are at 3 hours roughly. We're gonna end this at around like 3 hours 45 minutes. That seems like a good place to stop. And I am going to be a good streamer, and I'm gonna see if anyone's on who I can raid. McSpexy is playing Repo. I'm gonna leave y'all with McSpexy. Go have fun. So you guys go do that, and we shall return to tragedy and chaos next time. Goodbye, everybody. Have a good night. Have a wonderful rest. Sweet dreams. I'm forgetting my outro again. Anyway, bye. I'll see you then.